Let Allah handle what you can't. Watch Him humble your enemies. You weren't sent here by accident. Something in your soul has been heavy for a long time. The betrayal you didn't deserve, the silence that broke you, the people who smiled at your pain and walked away like nothing happened. You've prayed for Allah to expose them. You've begged for justice. You've cried asking, Ya Allah, when will it stop? But tonight, Allah wants you to hear this. You don't need to lift a sword. You don't need to defend your name. You don't need to fight the noise, because when Allah decides to defend you, He humbles your enemies without you saying a word. The same people who mocked your downfall will one day watch your rise and whisper, how did they survive that? They won't understand that what protected you wasn't strength, wasn't strategy, wasn't revenge. It was silence guided by Allah. So if you've been losing sleep wondering why Allah hasn't acted yet, stay till the end, because what you'll hear in this 1 hour might just explain every unanswered prayer, every painful goodbye, and every silent night you thought He ignored. Allah hasn't forgotten you. He's just been writing a story that ends in a way your enemies will never see coming. This is not just another reminder. This is the moment your heart understands what let Allah handle what you can't truly means. Sit back, breathe. Because when Allah writes your victory, He makes sure the whole world reads it. When Allah steps in, He turns injustice into minnam. My dear brothers and sisters, there are days when you wake up and wonder why life feels unfair. You try to be kind, yet people still find reasons to doubt you. You stay quiet, yet somehow you are painted as the problem. You give your best, and still someone finds a way to twist it into something ugly. You look at the sky and whisper, Ya Allah, what did I do wrong? And in that silence, He answers through the calm that follows your tears. You did nothing wrong. You simply reached the stage where He wants to teach you how to rely only on Him. When Allah loves you, He doesn't protect you from pain. He protects you through it. He removes the fake so that you can recognize the real. He takes away support so that you can taste what dependence on Him feels like. You think you are being abandoned, but in reality, you are being chosen for something deeper. You see, not every loss is punishment. Sometimes it's preparation. When people walk away, Allah steps closer. When doors close, He begins designing one you didn't even know existed. And when the world misunderstands you, He writes understanding into the hearts that truly matter. There will be moments when your name is spoken in rooms you never entered. They will assume, they will gossip, they will judge, but your silence will be your shield and your patience will be your prayer. Allah will make your calmness louder than their noise. He watches every tear that falls before it touches your pillow. He sees the trembling hands that wipe them away. He knows the words you could have said but chose not to. And He counts every second you stayed quiet for His sake. None of that is wasted. Not a sigh, not a heartbreak, not a lonely night. Everything is being written in the book of divine justice. And when the time comes, He will turn the very pain that silenced you into the platform that lifts you. People will wonder how you healed. They will wonder how you still smile. And they will wonder how the one they tried to break walks with such peace. That is the beauty of divine elevation. It doesn't make noise. It happens slowly, quietly, while everyone else is busy underestimating you. Then one day, without warning, they see it, you glowing differently, speaking with calm authority, living with a heart so peaceful that no rumor can disturb it anymore. Allah doesn't need to humiliate your enemies to honor you. He can raise you in such a way that their insults lose power. He can make your silence more eloquent than their speeches. He can make your peace more admired than their success. Sometimes He will even use them as tools to build you. Every attack, every rejection, every insult, all of it becomes material in the hands of His mercy. You think they are hurting you, but in truth, they are shaping you for something greater. Maybe you were supposed to stay hidden until your heart was purified. Maybe he delayed your recognition so that your character would be stronger than your platform. Maybe he wanted to teach you that respect earned by patience lasts longer than respect demanded by force. And when that realization sinks in, you stop chasing fairness from people. You stop trying to make them see your side. You start to understand that peace is not when everyone agrees with you. Peace is when you no longer need them to. That's when the story begins to change. The same situations that once broke you now make you smile. The same people who caused you sleepless nights now no longer occupy your mind. You begin to see the wisdom behind every delay. You realize that the silence of Allah was not neglect, it was planning. You remember the nights you cried thinking no one saw, but He saw. You remember the days you felt alone thinking no one cared, but He cared. You remember the times you almost gave up thinking the pain would never end, but He was holding your soul steady the entire time. Every unseen moment of faith became a seed of your future peace. Every time you forgave someone who didn't deserve it, He lifted you. Every time you stayed silent when you could have exposed someone, He recorded it as worship. Every time you smiled while breaking inside, He added another layer of light around your heart. And now, the same tears that once weakened you have become your armor. The same loneliness that once scared you has become your training ground. The same injustice that once crushed you has become the proof that Allah Himself intervenes when no one else can. He doesn't need to announce His justice. He simply rearranges your life in ways that show His power. He lets the same people who spoke against you witness the beauty of what patience can create. He lets the same place where you were humiliated become the stage of your honor. So the next time someone tries to ruin your peace, smile gently, because they don't know they're not your threat, they're your test. And every test passed with patience becomes an elevation written directly by Allah. He sees you. He has always seen you. Their hatred is a test of your heart, not your worth. My dear brothers and sisters, there will come a day when you realize that not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. Some people will clap when you fall. Others will sit quietly, pretending not to notice your pain, yet secretly enjoy watching you struggle. And there will be those who, without reason, carry dislike toward you simply because your light reminds them of the darkness they never faced within themselves. It hurts, doesn't it? You ask yourself again and again, what did I do wrong? Why do they hate me? You replay every moment, every word, every act of kindness, trying to find the mistake. But the truth is, sometimes hatred is not a reflection of your flaws. It's a reflection of their wounds. You can be gentle, respectful, and sincere and still be disliked. You can help, forgive, and give and still be betrayed. Because hatred doesn't always come from something you did. It often comes from what you carry. Peace they cannot understand. Light they can't stand to see. So when you find yourself surrounded by jealousy or judgment, do not let it poison your soul. That's the real test. The test is not their behavior, it's your reaction. Will you let bitterness replace kindness? Will you let anger destroy your calm? Or will you stay steady, trusting that Allah sees every unseen moment? Sometimes He allows you to be disliked so that you can learn pure intention. He strips away false approval to purify your motives. He teaches you to do good for His sake alone, not for applause. Because as long as you depend on people to recognize your worth, you'll always feel wounded when they don't. But once you anchor your heart to Him, the world can turn its back and you'll still stand tall. You might notice how quiet hatred can be. It hides behind polite words and smiles that don't reach the eyes. It appears as silence when you succeed and whispers when you stumble. You'll sense it before you hear it, and that's where your discipline begins, in choosing to forgive the ones who never apologized, to pray for those who whispered against you, and to keep your peace no matter how much they try to disturb it. Remember, you are not here to control people's hearts. You are here to protect your own. And the moment you realize that, you win. Because nothing weakens those who hate you more than watching you stay kind. There is a story that repeats itself in every generation. Good people misunderstood, gentle souls attacked, truth turned into gossip. Yet every time, patience becomes the shield that outlives the noise. Your calmness is not weakness, it is strength wrapped in wisdom. When someone tries to make you angry, they are actually trying to steal your light. Don't give it to them. Smile even if your heart trembles. Respond with silence even when your mind burns with words. Each second of restraint is an act of worship because you are choosing Allah's approval over your ego's satisfaction. The hardest moment is when the hatred comes from those you loved. It's easy to ignore a stranger's opinion, but when it comes from family, friends, or people you trusted, it cuts deeper. You sit awake at night, remembering the good you did for them. And the more you remember, the more the pain grows. But know this, Allah saw the purity of your heart in every act they forgot. He recorded the intentions they ignored. He will return it to you in ways they will never understand. When you hear lies about yourself, stay calm. Truth doesn't need you to scream, it just needs time. The same people who believed those lies will one day witness your sincerity. And that silent moment of realization will be heavier than any argument you could have made. You will also notice that hatred grows weaker when it goes unanswered. It feeds on your reaction. So when you stop reacting, it starts to starve. Let them talk. Let them twist. Let them invent their stories. Your peace is the loudest truth you can ever speak. Allah never tests you with hate to destroy you. He tests you with hate to define you. He wants to see if you will still choose compassion in the face of cruelty, if you will still pray for those who plot against you, if you will still believe that mercy is stronger than revenge. And when you do, something amazing happens. You become untouchable. Their words stop piercing you. Their actions stop shaking you because your heart is no longer reacting from pain, it's responding from faith. You begin to look at them differently. You start seeing them as souls that are lost, not enemies to defeat. You start realizing that maybe Allah is using you as a mirror for them to show them what peace looks like, to awaken guilt they've long buried. And sometimes your forgiveness becomes the reason they finally turn back to goodness. So don't underestimate the power of responding to hate with grace. It might not change them, but it will always change you. You'll sleep lighter, you'll smile easier, and your prayers will sound softer because you'll no longer be begging for revenge, you'll be asking for peace. When you live this way, you realize how small people's opinions really are. You stop walking on eggshells, afraid to offend anyone. You stop trying to please those who were never pleased with themselves. You start living for truth, not applause. You start serving Allah quietly, knowing that the same one who sees your efforts will one day reward them publicly. And when that day comes, all the whispers will fade, because the light of sincerity can't be covered forever. The more you let go, the more Allah takes over. My dear brothers and sisters, there comes a moment in every believer's life when the weight becomes too heavy to carry. You've tried everything, spoken the truth, held on with patience, cried in the quiet of the night, yet the situation still doesn't change.